Oh, wait, where's my volume? Wait. Hello. Hmm. Let me.
Good evening, good evening, good evening. Thank God is fabulous. Thank God for another show. I'm waiting for my co-host to join me, and we're gonna get this party started. So today's another Friday, and today we got a lot of goodies. All right. The first thing we're gonna be talking about the full past series that happened over the weeks about sex, God plan for sex, God purpose, man understanding, woman understanding. We're going to be talking about, we're just going to be climaxing on that today. And then we will move on to uh, something else. For Thank God is fabulous. I'm Professor Welder Paley.
And I'm Fasia Hilton. Welcome.
Welcome. It doesn't matter what you're going through.
Oh, what you've been through?
Thank God
Thank God it's
it's
fabulous.
fabulous. All right. So we're just going to talk about that end of that whole information that we gave you over a week ago, over
A
four
month ago.
weeks, a month ago, 4 weeks. We talked everything about sex. What is sex? What is God's intention for sex? What is its purpose? And how do men understand it? How do women understand it? If you were not fortunate to hear all of that, it is live. You can always go back and read up, listen to the show to understand where we are coming from today. But today we're just going to put a final spin on it just to tell you all the information we gathered. And for me as a person, listening from day one to now, what I gather is that God had a plan when He created humans. And that plan was for us to procreate, dominate, and subdue the earth, the waters, and everything that He has created. So, with that understanding, sex came into play because that's how we're supposed to procreate. And we're supposed to have pleasure doing it. But because God is holy and everything that we do, we should do it in spirit and in truth, we have to do that part in accordance with His will. And you can't
Exactly.
go do it in sin and say, yeah, God, I carry on the plan. You say procreation, so I will procreate all over the place. That's not how He intended it. He said a
Not
man
at all.
will leave a family and a woman will leave her family, and both of them will come together so that they can be one and that they will procreate together in marriage. All right. So
Yes.
if you were procreating outside of that, that's not exactly His plan. Because one key factor that we're going to look at today, and that's the scripture of First Corinthians 6:19 to 20. That's what's going to set the stage. And it reads, and I'll put it on the screen. Do you not know that your body is a temple of the Holy Spirit who is
Mm.
in you, whom you have received from God? You are not of your own. In verse 20, he said you were bought at a price. Therefore, honor God with your body. And that's why sexual immorality is an abomination before the Lord, because our bodies is where his spirit dwells. That's his temple. So when we misuse our body, that's an abominable sin. That's why the devil will do any and everything to get us into sexual immorality so that we can be an abomination to God and therefore defeating his purpose. So if you miss anything during our whole month, I hope you catch this one. It's never late. Our God is so good and he's so merciful that he will have mercy upon you if you change your life, because you never know when your time will be up. And if you are not in right standing with God, sorry, you know the deal. The Bible didn't even make it a game. They made it clear. They said it so many times it's even funny. Jesus is the way, the truth, and the life, and no man can come to the Father but through him.
Except through him.
If you
Yes.
don't make it right with him and you're happy to leave, well, you will be the guy who wants to get a hold of your soul. You'll be standing at hell door and telling you, come on in. We are good friends. Okay? So that's what we've gathered so far on this sex. But see, you got anything you want to add?
Yes, and don't take this scripture lightly, because the Holy Spirit is the gift that our Lord left with us. When he was leaving, he said, I will leave a gift with you.
Yeah.
And that gift is the Holy Spirit. And if your body is a temple of the Holy Spirit, you need to see it, your body, as a sacred place,
Yes.
that you don't just give yourself to anybody. Don't be a tester, as
Yes.
what's the
Pastor F.
what
Pastor
Pastor
F.
Esther said. Do not be a tester. No,
Yes.
but all jokes aside, when you read this scripture just now, this is what the Holy Spirit dropped in me. You know, this is the gift that our Lord left with us, to be with us, and the Holy Spirit is with us every moment of the day.
Yes. Yep.
So don't treat your body as though it's just anything.
Yep.
You know, this is
Yep.
the closest thing to the Lord. So don't give yourself to just anybody. I know we all have sinned. We all have you know done the sexual immoralities instead of being married, but we can ask for forgiveness and do it right.
Yes. That's what
There's
he is,
nothing that we
forgiving
can do
God.
that the Lord cannot forgive.
So true. So true.
Let us do it right.
Yes.
Because if
So
you don't hold your body as sacred, that partner of yours will not respect your body.
yeah.
You
Yeah.
have to respect yourself first. In order for that other person to come and respect you, you have to set the bar. You have to set the precedence. You have to set principles for yourself. You have to set that boundary.
Yes.
Don't
Yes.
just let anybody get familiar with you, or don't just let anyone get familiar with your body.
Yes.
No. Let me stop here because I will stop preaching.
I know, and the sad thing is, in these end times and these last days, the devil is not joking.
Right?
He is a roaring lion seeking whom he will devour, and he is on the
Yes.
rampage. He wants to
Yes.
get anybody he can get
Anybody.
so that he
His
can
aim is to steal, kill, and destroy.
yes,
And when we hear about the devil, we have this perception that he has horns, and he's his face is disformed, deformed, or what have you. No,
no, he's
the
not.
devil can be your friend.
Yes,
It
who's
can
not
be your
sick?
boo.
your friend
It
who
can
is
be your
not,
family.
yeah, your family
He
who's not
comes in
saved.
so many variations.
Yes,
So don't
yes,
be looking for someone with horn. No.
yep, yep. Well, you heard it all. God never make no mistake.
No.
He know there is somebody listening on this platform that needed to hear this today. He know that somebody's going through hardship. And because of that hardship, you choose to do the things that you don't want to do. But I tell you this, God is more than able to do exceedingly abundantly, more than you can ever ask or imagine. But you have to come to Him believing. That's what He said. Any that come to me must believe that I'm more than able. So if it is
Exactly.
a situation that is causing you to do the things that you do that makes your body an abomination unto God, go back to God and tell Him that you know that He is your sustenance and that He can make a way where there seems there's no way, because you don't want to do anything that you don't have to do to meet your daily needs. And God can turn it around. He's the only one that can do it. So you don't have to be caught up in this. Because whenever you lay with someone, you exchange spirit. You don't know what they're bringing. You don't know who they are. You're making a
Exactly.
covenant. And by the time you finish signing 300 covenants in your life, you don't even know which one to start breaking. But it's never
So
late.
true.
Break it all today and give your life to Christ. Make your covenant with Him, because in Him you will rest. In Him you will find your peace. So,
So true.
that's what we have to say on the closing of that topic. Hopefully, this was helpful for you. Hopefully, they will bring a change to your life. Hopefully, this will open your eyes to understand those spiritual things that you've been taking for granted. And since I ain't got no legal license to be a pastor,
Neither do I.
yes, we're going to go to something else. So, we are both prodigies of Cathedral High School.
That's
That
right. Cat's Kingdom.
alma mater, the Cat's Kingdom. And this August, we are having our reunion. And this year is our election year. It's time for leadership, a new leadership to come into play. So all the cats are looking for the kittens, and everybody is getting ready to head to Philadelphia this year. It's going to be August 5th. So we asking all our cats, young cats, old cats, kittens, register today.
Oh
Get involved
boy.
in the process. You know, when you
Mm,
build a foundation and you forget where you come from, it's like a tree that forgot its root. It cannot stand. You got to know where you came from. Those walls that build you up today, that you are here or anywhere in the world, and you are able to build upon that foundation. Look at me. From just going to school there, my foundation allowed me to come here and excel, to continue my education,
exactly.
to working on a PhD level. If I didn't have the foundation, I would be in the warehouse because I won't have nothing to climb on. And if I were not determined and for what they had instilled into us, a lot of us would be on a whole different level. But that foundation that Cathedral set for me have brought me to this platform at this level. So we go into the reunion. If you haven't been going to the reunion like me, oh, we are ready. It's time to go because we have to.
Ah,
You know, there is something called Maslow's hierarchy of need. At a level called self-actuation, that's when you give back. If at this time in your life you don't feel that you should be giving back, then more than likely you're on a lower level on that hierarchy. But you get there because remember now, when you give back, that somebody else can benefit from you. you get the reward. You know that?
Oh,
Oh,
yes.
if you didn't know, now you know. You get the reward. So everything we do on this earth is not unto us, it's unto God. And he said he will diligently reward you for all your good works. And if you get back to the school that you graduated from, is something or the school that you attended that made an impact in your life today, oh yes, be a part. Don't sit on the fence like me. I was sitting on the fence for a long time because I'm like, oh, I got my class group, and so I don't want to be bothered and this, that. But thank God for a schoolmate who threw a rope, put it around my waist, and dragged me. So because of him, I'm here talking reunion. And I'm going to be also talking about my intention for my alumni association, for my alma mater. So there's two ways we have our information is on YouTube, Cathedral School Alumni Association. If you're not a part of it, you just type in Cathedral School and it will bring you up to our page, and you'll be able to go on there and you'll be able to see everything, all the information that you will need for the reunion, for your registration, so that you can get involved. The registration, can you imagine, is $35 annually. That is nothing. That $35, you can go sit down to McDonald's, before you know it, it'll be done. So think about it, and when you give it and it's used to bless somebody else, oh Lord, oh Lord, and you're gonna be reaping all that reward. Think about it. Think about it. So this is the 28th annual reunion. The 28th annual reunion. And we normally, it's a convention. We're going to Philadelphia, the city of brotherly love, this year. And that's where we're going to be doing our thing. So if you are an alumni, or you went to Cathedral at any point in time in your life, or you're still in Cathedral at this time, this is the time. Pay your dues, become involved, give your best back to whence you came, so that somebody else can grow from you. Fasia?
Yes, Cathedral, like you said, Cathedral gave us a solid foundation. I mean, here, look, here we are today.
I know.
It gave us the privilege to meet each other. And, there are days when I sit, I'm like, wow, I'm just so glad that he put me in the class that he put me in,
Yes.
because I was blessed to meet some beautiful people that I
Yes.
can call today my sisters.
Yeah.
But besides that, it gave us an excellent foundation.
Yeah.
So our school, we're having our reunion. This is how we raise funds, to support the school back home. As you said, give back.
Yeah.
The students there now, the privileges that we had, they don't have it now. And
Yep.
so whatever we can do to give back, let's try to do it.
Yep. Please let.
$35 is the registration fee for you to be able to vote. And
Yep.
the good thing about voting, you do not have to be in person. It is a hybrid, we're using a hybrid method, meaning you can vote online or you can vote in person. Either way, as long as you've registered, you've paid your $35 due payment, you can register, you can vote for whomever you want. And I believe the election is a white ballot,
Okay.
meaning it is not across the board. If you want to vote for this president, you can vote for the president of your choice. If you want to vote for whomever, you can. So please, we're calling all alumni to please support the reunion. Come and register, $35. That's just, if you buy a Starbucks for 4 days, that's $35 right there. A cup of Starbucks coffee. Or if
Yep.
you go to McDonald's twice, or 3 times a week, that's $35 right there.
Yes, so
So we're
true.
just asking that you will support the school and register so you can be able to vote and let your voice be heard. Whomever you want to rule the association for the next 2 years, then you have to make your voice known by voting. Don't
Yeah.
sit back and say, "Oh, I don't care," or whoever. No, let's decide. I
Let's
know who my presidential candidate will be. I know who my vice presidential candidate is.
Ooh, girl, you got your mind made up. You got things set up. I know who the presidential candidate is gonna be. I know who the vice president is gonna be. Oh, I love it. But with that being said, we will go ahead now. We got two guests in our studio today. We will bring them up, who's also going to be talking about the reunion, and they're going to be telling us more juicy stuff to come. So I'm going to bring them up one at a time, and they will introduce themselves, and then we'll take it from there. All right. At this time, I'm going to bring into studio Miss Hawa Masale. Hawa, you are so welcome. Please introduce yourself.
Yeah, how's everybody doing? My name is
Hi, how you doing?
Great. It is great to be here. I have been following you guys every now and then, and it is great to be here, actually. Thank you for having me on. My name is Hawa Masale. I am a cat. Yes, graduated class of 1999. Don't judge me. I know I'm a baby. But yes, we are here to promote our alma mater. So thank you for having me on.
Thank you, Howard. At this time, I'm going to go ahead and bring into studio Mr. James S. Doe. Mr. Doe, please unmute your mic and introduce yourself.
Hello, everyone. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
How you guys
Yes.
doing?
Yes, we're fine. Please introduce yourself.
My name is James Esto Jr. I am um, a 1993 graduate of the Cathedral High School. I am a member of the formidable Sapien class. Um, I'm currently the executive
I think we're
vice
having
president.
issues with the internet.
James, are you in Liberia?
No, I'm not in
We
Liberia.
don't want to internet trouble, yo.
I don't. You having problem with the internet? You can't hear me?
It's not a Liberia internet.
I can,
We're not hearing you, James.
I can hear him.
I can hear you guys loud and clear.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah.
He's breaking up.
I'm sorry.
Oh,
I'm sorry.
you
You.
are the one who's out of the country, and you're going to accuse everybody else.
Oh,
I think it's me. Okay.
she's out of the country.
Yes.
It
I think
makes
it's
sense.
Marcia. She's out of the country.
It makes sense. The connection is real. It makes sense now. Now I see it. Now I
I
see what's
forgot.
going on. Yeah.
All right,
So
Mr.
I'm
Please.
currently the executive vice president of CSA. I have been executive vice president of CSA since last um, last convention, which was in North Carolina in August of 2022. That's when I assumed that position of executive vice president.
Okay. So since you are in current position there, can you tell us a little bit more about the reunion?
So, like you rightly said, reunion happening every year, from state to state. This year will be in Philadelphia. I also live not too far from Philadelphia, so I'll just be getting my car and driving towards reunion. Um, reunion is from August 4th to August the 6th. I think the 7th is a Monday. From Friday to Sunday. So Friday is our meet and greet. Friday will also climax our annual King and Queen contest. Um, just so you know, last year Sapien class won the Queen contest. And this year we intend to win again.
So take your time. Take your time.
Oh,
It's just
whatever.
So please
that's
take
just what happens. That's just what happens when you're sapient. It just happens like that. Um, so The queen contest will be climax, and the king and queen contest will be climax this Friday, along with a karaoke night. It's just a fun night. We're happy. It happens every year. Um, Saturday morning is our plenary session. During our plenary session, at the end of our plenary session is where it's when we have our elections. Elections will the results of the elections will be announced. This year it will be a hybrid elections, like Facia regularly said. Um, so that will happen on Saturday. Um, Usually Saturdays we also play games, but this year we're switching things around a little bit because plenary tends to take longer time and people need to go back and freshen up and get ready for the ball. And then after the plenary, later Saturday evening will be the ball. That's where everybody get all dressed up and doll up, and we listen to the speeches and we dance and everything, and have a really nice time. We look forward to it every year. We like little teenagers meeting up your friends, seeing your friends every year for the first time for a long time. So that will be on Saturday, and then Sunday morning we go to mass because obviously we're raised Catholics, we're cats. So we go to mass on Sunday morning. After mass on Sunday morning, then we go to the cookout. And this year, that's when we're gonna have a little. We're gonna have a spin on the cookout. It's not just gonna be a cookout. We're gonna be playing Ludo. We'll be jumping rope, hopscotch. All our little things that we used to do up the rock and down Cathedral. We used to do all our little things. We're gonna be doing all of that on Sunday. And at the end of the day, we'll leave and go back to our various homes. So that is convention 2023 in a nutshell. Philadelphia, the city of brotherly law and sisterly affection.
All right, that's so nice. Now we got a layout of what's coming down the pipeline. So now we can choose the outfits that we're supposed to carry so that we're on point. All right, thank you so much. So Howard,
Yes.
let's hear a little bit from you. And how did you get so involved into the reunion?
Thank you. Great question. How did I know you were going to ask that question? By the way, James, great to see you. We haven't talked in a minute. Um, I got involved from North Carolina.
Okay,
I left Pennsylvania many, many years ago, but now that I'm in North Carolina,
okay,
I'm associating with North Carolina chapter.
okay.
But if I would just go back how it happened, can you guys see or hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yes,
Okay, because
yes.
I'm not seeing you. Um, a sister of mine, a friend turned sister, actually told the Carolina president at the time that you guys are reviving the Carolinas chapter. I have a hardworking friend of mine who is like a sister, so you need to steal her. So I didn't even have a say in that, right? So now I'm a Carolinas chapter member.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
Yes.
That's good.
And then we had a first meeting, and then I was elected, put in a position of the vice president of the organization. And with that leadership combination, of course, I reluctantly accepted because at that time I was in medical school and I thought it was a lot hectic, right?
Yes.
But we didn't have anybody. So I reluctantly accepted, and I really didn't want to take it because once I start something, I go all the way. I don't leave anything halfway, and I did not want to give half of me to my organization, my dear alma mater. So when we didn't have anybody, I said, you know what, I would take it. And the next thing I heard, we are having convention in North Carolina, in the Carolinas. I'm like, okay. Everything can be put on me at once, right? But I've already accepted a position. What can we do? We got to make things, great. So that's how we went on with the convention. And I am telling you, if you were at the convention, everybody starts watching. Carolina's put out the best convention. Yes, I said the best convention. Okay. We put out a best convention and we have fun. We had everything at one location. I mean, it was just a beautiful time, seeing all the classes, even those that were not encouraged to want to be there. They were all live and there and say, oh, wow, this is beautiful. This is what our alma mater should be. This is how it should be celebrated. So, yeah, that's how pretty much I got involved. And that's how my extra active work started. I say extra active work because it was a lot. I had to just jump in it and roll with it. And ever since, I have not stopped. I just kept moving, working with the CSDF, which is the Education Foundation Board. I was asked to represent the Carolinas chapter, So why we're doing the Carolinas Convention. I'm also on the board, and we've been doing a lot of work on the board as well. We've been trying to connect with our students, connect with their parents, connect with the teachers, principal, the secretariat, and you're going to learn more about it during the convention this year in the Tri-State chapter, which will be happening specifically in the Pennsylvania area. So, with that being said, we still have a lot of work to do, a lot of work as far as making our school comfortable with all the money that we are, donating, because a lot of us are donating, we keep donating, we want a lot happening with our organization, with our school. So we have a lot of work in progress. And I plan to stay on and now it's time as president of the association to continue that good work that we have been started. Thank you.
Okay, Howard. So if I understood you clearly, you are the vice president for the Carolina chapter,
That's correct.
but you're wanting to run for the president of the
Alumni
overall alumni
Association.
association. Okay, 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 okay. Congratulations, congratulations. This
Thank
is
you.
kudos. This
Thank
is
you.
kudos. This is
Thank
good
you.
work.
Let's do
This
it.
is
Let's do
good.
it.
But let's do it. That's exactly what we say. Let's do it. So, James, let's hear from you because I know you also got intention of doing the same thing that she's doing. So let's hear from you. Why now? You've already served as a vice president. You seen the liquid. You test the temperature. Why do you want to now go as the president? What more do you think you want to bring to the table?
Um, I have a lot to bring right now, and I have a lot to talk about right now. Currently, also, I'm the president for the Formidable Sapien class, so I have a lot on my tape on my
Oh
plate
my
right now.
goodness.
Yeah. So, what? Why? What more do we have to do? So, what you have to understand about the organization is that right now, Cathedral School Alumni Association is in a spot right now where they need a leader. They need somebody that would take the organization from point A to point B. They need somebody who would bring people together and allow people to have a conversation, pull up the chair, lean forward, and have a conversation about how is the best way to uplift the school. Right now, Cathedral School Alumni Association needs somebody that would lead a bunch of people, not necessarily with the same mind, but at least in the same book. You don't have to be on the same page, but you just have to be in the same book. That's what Cathedral School Alumni Association need. And I feel that at this point, I am that leader in that right space, in that right time. Like it's all to pull people together, bring people together so that we can find a way to uplift our school. So now that I'm running, if you see my first step that I took to run for president is to pull a team together because I realized and I recognize that to do this work, it'll take a team of people. and not just any old team of people. It would take a team of people that is number one, that is ready, that is committed to do the work, that is ready to do the work, and that think alongside the way you think. Not necessarily think all the similar way, but at least let's be in the same boat. Let's think about uplifting the school. Let's think about ways that we can use our funds and our resources and our talents to uplift the school. That's where I'm running right now.
Thank you so much. Well said. Well, with that being said, this is a good thing that you have this mindset as a young man to be able to extend yourself like this because you're a sapient president, you vice president to the alumni. Now you want to run into president. I hope at the end of the day you exactly where you will want to be, because the last thing you want to be is overwhelmed and pulled in so many directions. But I personally want to say thank you to you because I did the reunion during the COVID. I did it online, and that was it for me. Every time they saying let's do a reunion, I'm like, y'all go out come. Y'all go out come, never got involved, never want to do nothing, just want to sit in the corner. If anything go wrong, we'll be the first to pick up the news and run with it. But thank God nothing bad has happened for us to run with the news. But I am grateful to you for pulling me, because I would have been in my corner doing my own thing. And you threw that rope and put it around me and dragged me. So I am grateful to you for that. And because you reached out to me, I'm the one who's fishing now. I've been fishing all yesterday, all the day before, and I'm just reaching out to all those people that I know. It doesn't even matter what year. How I say, I'm the newbie here. I won't call my year. Our year was 90 to 92. The only class I went to 12th grade for the longest
Great what that. That's right.
That's right.
We took 2 years just to graduate from 12th grade. You
I
know we are
know.
just more than smart. Yeah, but so you know, we should all be giving back. But some of us got so involved with our individual classes and we forget about the body, and forgetting to know that yes, it's nice to have a left hand, a right hand, or right foot and a left foot. But if the body was never there, all the parts will not be a whole. So you think you will pay attention first to the body and then to our individual body parts. So I'm just thankful to be coming back into this role to be able to work, get back, get involved, start working with the organization, seeing where the need is at, and giving where I'm supposed to give and bring my own expertise to the board. So I'm really thankful for Mr. Dole, who brought me in, from a place. Just imagine, I started school from 79, from first grade to 12th grade. You think I would be the one bringing people in? Man, I've been playing my own thing. Let them go do their thing. But I'm so thankful at this time in my life to be a part, to get back on
I
board.
was right behind you. I started in 1980, so I was right behind you, foot to foot,
Yeah.
just going, just going,
That was
just
the
going.
video check. They were because people like you couldn't fail no class because we want you to catch up with us.
Exactly. To be watching you every year. As soon as you see I catch her, I was sitting down right next to her.
I know. Yeah, that's a good one. A lot of things kept you going. You're like, I can't let those little kids gonna catch up with me.
I know.
I wasn't even dreaming of that. I was just thankful for people like y'all. People like y'all really motivating us because y'all were in the class right behind us. Like, peace be to his ashes, Emmanuel Wulu. I mean, that ball
Yeah.
was so. That ball. I mean, some of my best memories is Emmanuel Wulu. I even remember my wife. My wife. I've been married for 21 years now. My wife and I met at a game, and that was one of the games Emmanuel Wulu coined. Meow, the foxes,
Yeah.
they are in trouble.
Yeah.
Our wedding anniversary, every year our wedding anniversary. Imagine me and my wife sing that song to our kids. And our kids are graduating college, they're married now, and we
Oh,
sing that song to them and they laugh. I was like, Dad and Mom is just goof for Cocoa Puffs. Meow, the foxes. That's the
Yes.
song. That's where we met. We
Yes.
met on the stairs of
As
Sports
sports
Commission.
commission. Yes.
That's where we met.
Yes. Yes. I was at that game too.
Oh yeah?
It's so well like yesterday. And that
Yeah.
was cool for you. If Wulu were there, you would know. because
Yes.
noise would come, all the joke would come, and it was always fun. And because he and I started from first grade, so every year I had to deal with him, and with
Wow.
our last name in the W's, we were always in the same group, you know. Yeah, but thanks to you guys, for just stepping up. The work done, like how I said, somebody drove her into North Carolina and she jumped in there, she just couldn't sit down. And she just been paddling the boat all over the place. Wherever the work needed and needed someone she could fit.
That's it. We
So
got to
thank
keep
you so
moving.
much. Yes, we have to, and we need
and,
to
and,
get
and that's what I want to do. I want to drag you in. I want to bring new people in, new ideas, fresh
yes,
blood, new
yes,
people. Because when new people come in, new people bring new ideas. There's
yes,
nothing wrong with the old people. Nothing wrong with the old ideas. Nothing, absolutely nothing wrong.
yeah,
But when new people come and bring new ideas, it open up. It's like there's something in psychology called the Johari window. It opens up that window because sometimes you get blindsided and you get
the
tunnel vision. But
solution.
when new people come in, they're able to force you to see other side. So people like you, I wish I could bring everybody in. I tried. I reached out. I tried. I wanted to bring fresh new faces, new ideas, everybody to the table for us to just uproot this thing, start it from scratch. Because the organization as a whole for the past 2 years have been in turmoil. The last year has been a little bit quiet, but it's been turmoil. So I wanted for us to really keep that momentum going and uplift our school. I was there
And
last year. I was there in April to our school. I saw the school. It's a third world country. It's not a great school, but we can do more. We
Yeah,
can do more.
yeah,
that's so true. And
that is.
it's funny because I thought I would way out of everything, but when I started reaching out to people, telling them about the uh thing, and then they're asking me, so how do I go about it? So they're not in no connect. So I was so
Hmm.
happy to keep sharing the information. This is how you can register. This is how you can
Hmm.
become a part. Get on there, and we're counting on your vote. Get in there. Let's do something for the school. And it's been great. It's been great. Some people I have not talked to for the last 25 years, I contacted them. I told them, because but hey, you got to reach out, And
Yeah.
I'm happy because a lot of the 87 graduates are graduates with my brother. I have two brothers in the
Tom.
same graduate class, Tom and David. So I knew a lot of their friends, so I was able to reach them too. And that's the way we want to see it. That diversity, that
Yes.
inclusion. But a lot of time people go to diversity and inclusion, but there's a major part that is always left out, and that's what James wants to bring on board: the belonging. When people feel belong, they act differently. People can be, have the idea and be a part of. But if you don't make them a stakeholder, they're like, well, I graduated
Hmm.
from school, and so
Hmm.
no. This time around, you're gonna belong. You're
Yeah.
gonna feel like this is your thing because we want everybody best.
Yeah.
Just to know that our school that we went to make big muffin about the cats. You want to go hear that the roof on the other side is falling down or the bathroom is no more. The bathroom has always been a problem. So in our time, we want to change that.
Yeah.
We don't want the bathroom to be a problem.
Yeah.
Okay? And we can do it.
Yeah.
God has been faithful to us with that education we took from that country.
Amen.
Multiply it in this country. So we're
Mm-hmm.
more than able to fix that bathroom. We're
Yeah.
more than able to do it, but getting all of us on the same page is where we're going to fight to get.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, nobody is stressed out doing the work. There are more hands on deck. We just got to keep encouraging each other.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna ask, put this question out to the both of you. Um, you know, what what are you going to bring to the table? Why should I vote for you? What are you going to do differently for the organization? Because we've seen the same thing over and over. Tell me why should we vote for you?
How are you want to go first, or you want me to go first?
You can go first, my dynamic
Ladies always
VP and
first.
my big red dot.
Ladies always first. So I,
Yeah,
I,
but I
I think
have
you go
also
first.
respect for to my they say age before beauty. You know what I mean?
Ladies always first.
You
So
see
ladies should go
what the
first.
cat has done to them? They got too much technology up in
They
their
got
head.
too much,
All
sweetie.
the synonyms and
No,
the
but
antonyms in
no, but
their
you know what?
head.
By the way, I must say, I never congratulated you, Prof, for your step to be the executive vice president position. Yeah,
Yeah. That
yeah.
Dream brought on
And
that stuff, man.
right. And as we listen to James, he clearly stated that the organization needs people, that will do this and do that and do this. So this question is really in line with that. So what can you do that this organization needs that is different from what we have already experienced? So it only makes sense and feels right for him to follow up on that. That's the year. Because you were already on the right step,
Yeah, so you
my
know
senior sapient brother.
what?
Well, James, she got you on that one. No, since you are the current
So,
sitting vice president, what will you do differently now?
so what we need to do is we need to reinstate, first of all, some of the very basic things that an alumni association is supposed to do. So I'll take you guys back a little bit back. Cathedral School Alumni Association in the past had one of the most vibrant scholarship programs. 2 years ago, in the prior leadership, the prior tenure, the prior leadership, that scholarship program got twatted, and that put an immense burden not only on the school but on kids and the family. I come from, I was raised poor. I was born poor. I was raised poor, so I know what it is. My father sent me to Cathedral School, literally sold his shoes to send me to Cathedral School. I was one of the kids that got sent home. You know how they used to do first marking period time? They kind of
Yeah,
line the
you
front.
can't check your right two
Soon as
feet.
people start coming, I just start packing my bag. I was one of those kids. I never used to use those. I never used to
That's a
know wait
good one.
to call my name. Soon as start coming out, soon as they come out, just start packing my bag. You gotta know my name on the list.
Oh
At the same time, I was very, very smart. But they never had an alumni association back home at that time. So when you have an alumni association that's helping a kid who don't have the money and the family to have the money to pay the school fees, and you go and take that away from them because of some kind of stuff, that was, for me, that was a big blow for me. I was very active as a sapient. We did our thing. We came to reunion. We did everything. We supported the school. We sat there. We sat on the sidelines. But that was the one thing that brought me on the forefront into CSAA. If anybody know about anybody know about Cathedral School Alumni Association World, ask them what sapient class. Well, what we did was that we supported the school, but we supported the school from afar and never got um, into leadership. But that one thing, thwarting that whole scholarship program, taking that scholarship program away from neither kids in the family, really brought me to my knees and brought me to crying. I cried for days. Because literally, I felt like it was me. I felt like I could have been on the other side of the table and somebody did that to me. So that scholarship program must go on. That's one of the things that I'm going to push for. It must go on. It must increase because when you help a kid, you're not just helping our kid, you're helping our family. And I don't know if any one of you have been to Liberia lately. In Liberia right now, family of 3, 4, the parents are making decisions which kid to send to school and which kid not to send to school. Can you imagine that?
yes, yes, it's true. It is true. It's true.
I sat with the
Yes,
principal in Cathedral School when I went this time. She showed me letters upon letters upon letters of parents begging to have their kids stay in school, to come up with promissory note.
Oh wow.
I'd cry. FYI, I'm very emotional. I quit to cry. So I would say I cry a lot of time. And I really did cry sitting in our principal office. I cried sitting in our principal office. I saw a letter from an uncle. He's not the parent. He's not a dad. He's not a mom. He's an uncle. He has 4 kids. Three nieces and 1 nephew. He's supporting them. And I read the letter, and one of the honest letter, he said, this is not a promissory note, because I'm not promising you that I'm going to pay all this money. Because if I promise you I'm going to pay all this money, I'm going to say I'm not going to eat. I'm not going to feed my family. I'm not going to pay rent. But I'll tell you what I will tell you. When I take it, I will do this. I will do this. I will do this. And when I calculated the money, it will not even equal to the full amount of tuition for the 4 kids.
Oh,
So that scholarship program must go on. Another thing that happened about 4 years ago, if you go back 4 years ago, when it started, they moved away from the WIAC program. They started the WIAC exam. They started this thing called the WASI.
Yeah.
When they started the WASI, you know what happened to Cathedral High School? I was on the Meet the Challenge team that beat Convent and beat St. Patrick, and we took the Meet the Challenge trophy in 1993. You know what happened to Cathedral School when we took the WASI the first year? Every student in Cathedral School failed. And you know what happened when you fail the WASI? You don't go to college. You don't graduate. Literally, your opportunity for higher education gets taken away from you. Every student failed.
At no fault of theirs.
So one of the things we did was to get the materials for the WASI for kids to study. We started a tutoring program, after school tutoring program. Got the materials. We couldn't afford the books for every kid, but it allowed every kid to have access to the book. So kids were able to photocopy the book and read and study. They paid a teacher to actually tutor the kids and stuff like that. And you know what happened the last 2 years? All the kids are passing the WASI. So that program must continue. Another thing that must continue, the reading program. The elementary reading is very foundation to anything. You don't know how to read, you don't know how to do anything.
Mm-hmm.
I graduated from Cathedral. When I came to America to go to college, reading was hard for me. They'll give us the assignment. These kids will go take the book and come back the next day and say they finished reading the whole book. And I'm like, how did you read all this book this whole day? And I came from Cathedral School. I was one of the best students in Cathedral School. So reading is fundamental. So we have a reading program right now that's going on. That program must go on. Now, what must change is the way we do projects in a Cathedral School. We have to find projects that will identify, we have to find project and identify project that would benefit Cathedral School and Cathedral School only. I'm sorry, I went to Catholic school. I know it. I get it. You know, I'm a brother's keeper and blah, 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 blah. I get all of that. But the money raised for Cathedral School, the money raised by CSAA for Cathedral School must mostly and highly benefit Cathedral High School. So we must find and we must identify projects that would directly, solely benefit Cathedral School, the teachers of Cathedral School, and only that. In this country we live in, I'm a psychologist. So you guys are nurses and everything. We do continuous training, continuous education. Our teachers need to be continuously. We can't just do training one time. I think the last time we did teachers training in our school, I don't know when was that. We got to continue with continuous teachers education, continuous teacher training. Because as much as we pour money into the school, as much as we beautify the school, if the teachers are not trained, the children are not learning nothing. If the children are not learning nothing, they're not going to pass. If the children are not passing, the school needs. So we must train our teachers.
Yeah. So true.
Along with training our teachers, they also finding ways to motivate our teachers, whether it's with extras, typing, all of that. And again, there was something Sapien did about 2 or 3 years ago. Sapien put together a whole package during the COVID, a whole package for our teacher. So I am, the children in Sapien call me the beggar. I know how to beg for money. I would go around and beg people for money. If they cause them to get on my knees to beg people for money in America, to find a way to find a way to incentivize our teacher. Teachers are leaving, yes, because they have better opportunities somewhere else. Why would I work for $50 for Cathedral school when I can work for $100 to Wareham school? So we have to find a way to incentivize our teachers so they can stay. If they stay, they teach our kids. When our kids learn, our school become better. So program like that must go on. I can go on and on and on and on and on and on. I can take the whole thing, but that's just part of it. Just part of my thinking and part of my thought process. I have a whole team of we already flushing on ideas, what to venture into, what not to venture into, stuff like that. So yeah,
Thank you
that's
so
what I'm
much.
gonna do differently.
Ooh, James, you are speaking so passionately. And this we're gonna share everywhere because we need every cat to hear this. We need every cat to hear this.
I'm
You know.
passionate about Cathedral. Cathedral School is not just where I went to school. That's where I got my wife from.
Yeah,
That's
I
what that's
know.
what I got my friends from for 40 years. On my best friend George O'Connor. I met George O'Connor met in first grade from 40 years. My children's school is not just somewhere I went to school. So it was everything for me. I'll
Yeah.
tell you one quick story. My mom died when I was 6 years old. I was in the first grade when my mom died. My grandma and my grandpa
Wow.
cried every day. You know the only place that I went to that nobody cried? Cathedral School. That's why it's so dear
Hmm.
to my heart. It's I'm passionate for that school.
That's nice. That's so nice. Yeah, like you said, we all
Yeah.
find
All right,
our
Hawa.
niche in Cathedral. Yes, Howard, let's hear from
We
you.
all did.
Thank you, Professor and Madam Co-host. Um, it was great listening to you, James, and I'm glad you actually went ahead because, like you mentioned, I go to Liberia every year, sometimes twice a year, and I would never go to Liberia without visiting my dear alma mater. And some of the things that I have the privilege of working on right now are what James is describing that must continue or that must happen. And you actually get to hear more of that during our presentation at the convention. And in our team, there is no I, but I must tell you, I have been, and my team can tell you, we have a great team on the Education Foundation right now, and I have been very influential in getting a lot of these things done as far as the scholarship. That has been going on. I hope our executive vice president James is aware that the scholarship is at a good place. We revamped it ever since that was around 2 years ago. It's been running and going smooth. As like I said, you are gonna know more about it at convention, So that's not something that needs to be done differently, unfortunately, because we are on track with that. And I also need to highlight that what I would love and that I am already involved in is getting up some great relationships. Like something initiated is the Alumni Association relationship with Catholic Church, Father Freedom, and all of that. I hope James is aware as well that we have been working on that to really bring this great relationship where we are involved. Because since I have been talking to colleagues like people from Atina, Wadeta, Sapient, Culture, Cougars, Vipers. I have gotten to learn that there is a lot that people want to see. And I'm glad I was able to listen, not only going to our alma mater, listening to the students and teachers and principal, but I'm also able to listen to our alumni as well. I am glad that I open myself up and allow myself to be able to connect, like you said, Professor Pelly, you got to be able to connect on different dimension, different people, different classes, and so forth. And unless I actually announce my class, you don't know which class I'm from because right now, gangs have adopted me. Even James class have adopted me. The Sapiens, James, the New Yorkers adopt me. But anyway, that is to say, I am everywhere because I want to be able to learn about us. I want to be able to bring us together. That's something we haven't done for a long time. Let me pick on Wadeta. Wadeta has been on her own for a very long time. You are still alumni association. Like Mo and I had a great conversation about that. God, you are so unique doing your own thing, your own projects, and still doing things for the school, just not in the name of the alumni association, but you are still us, so like things like that. I want us to be able to say like this, come with those ideas. Let us listen. Like me as president, I'm able to listen to you. We are able to put all of that on the table. I can tell you, hey, I have started this. Professor Kelly, what you think? Says Fasia, but by the way, Fasia is my big sister. So Professor Kelly, don't be mad at me. I'm still your sister.
No, 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 no.
And James, so like this is what's going on. We gotta do this together. That is what I have been working on. That is not something that I am just starting when I become president, but something I have already started. And that really motivated me to go further because I'm saying, like, what is going on? What are we doing? They need to be heard. Our alumni need to be heard. Things that need to be done, we are not addressing, you know. So, how do you have it to be able to listen to everybody, to be able to bring us together, even not all at once, but at some point we can come together and sit and talk and we done the ideas together, the money together, and we do the great things. We all go to our homes. That is really what I am working on, and I would love us to continue with, you know. But honestly speaking, I would love to see all of this scholarship, and that's what we have been working on. As Fasina, is aware. James, I hope you are aware as well. And we are on a line. Can you see me or hear me? I can see you.
Yeah,
Okay, great,
when
great.
you are the focus, you are the one you can see anybody.
Okay, and we have started this great communication with Father Fafi them. I hope, James, you are aware as well. And we wish to continue it. And that is really the position of the president, which I've already found myself in that line of leading our alumni, to great relationship with our administrators, our students. I have had an opportunity to talk to our students, especially the ones that on the on the Sister Rose give us scholarship, um, to their parents, and as a matter of fact, made the soul of one of the students, parent rest in peace. This gentleman, he was at a school like 2 weeks talking about tuition, and then 2 weeks later, I called. They said he passed away, like just 2 days before I could call. I mean, things like that. You say, what if this child didn't already have this help? What becomes of them? But thank God, that's one of our rules keeper students. And that scholarship, we're going to talk a lot more about it. Because when we open up conversation with Catholic school, Catholic secretariat, we have learned a lot more that we need to talk about as a team. So, doing a general meeting at convention in Northeast Philly this August 4th to 6th coming. August 5th is actually a general meeting. We will hope to talk about it. I want to give my chair, CSEF president, to be able to give that to our congregation. So that's why I can't really talk more about it. But those are things that are actually happening right now that we don't need. It's not something new. So I just hope that my executive vice president James Doe is aware that these things are actually happening. We have a tight grip on it. But like I said, we have to talk about it as a team, doing our convention in our general meeting.
Thank you
Thank you for
so
that question.
much, Kawa. Thank you so much.
You're
I'm
welcome.
just so excited just listening to y'all got me fire up now. Cha cha cha
Yes, we
cha.
are fired up for our alma mater.
That's right.
Come on,
Yes.
guys, y'all join us. This is Cathedral Catholic High School alumni.
Oh my
All of us on
goodness.
here, we are alumni of Cathedral Catholic High School. That is in located at Ashmore and Broad Street in Monrovia, Liberia. Okay, right now we are in the USA. We are discussing Convention 2023, which is happening in a Tri-State chapter, mainly Bensalem, Pennsylvania, or Northeast Philly, there where everything is happening, okay? So
Yeah.
if you are an alumni who needs to get to the convention to vote for me, our Messi, come on, we will be
All right, let me clarify. Let me
there.
clarify something on. Let me clarify something on the scholarship, so we can leave a good picture. Um,
You got it
the
so big, brother.
the Rose gave us scholarship. That's the scholarship that is funded by the Alumni Association. For the last 2 years, that scholarship has not been funded. Was not funded. Since the last 2 years, the first payment that I voted for finally went through in March or February of this year. And if you look at the calendar, the school year calendar, that is a problem.
Mm.
It's one thing to help somebody, it's another thing to give them help at a very later time. And that needs to change. So, what needs to change? We need to fund that scholarship program at the appropriate time when the school and the kids and the family actually need the money.
Okay.
I'm a parent of four.
That's correct.
If my kids were going to school and you told me you were going to fund my kids' education and you wait 8 months before you finally send the money, and I have to get up from there every day for 8 months and worried about it, I'm telling you, I'm thankful for your help, but boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, you hurt my heart.
Yeah.
That needs to
That's so true.
change.
That's so true. Mm,
Yeah.
mm, mm. That is so true.
Yeah, and since the new administration, actually, we have been good with that. The only one thing we have a 2023-2024 budget that is up. We need that to be approved. School reopens in September. Until the executive committee can approve that budget. And James, I hope you have seen that budget. We cannot be on time as we're stressing here right now because we have seen that budget out months ago. So that is one of those things that will help, you know, if that budget is approved. But it has not. And we're taking it to convention. Convention is August. Hopefully, we will settle it there. But those are some of the things that may cause delay.
Jesus.
But yeah, great
You
topic.
muted.
Before
You
we
muted.
finish, please, you allow me to promote the Queen and King contest because some
Oh,
people
you
will
you
win
don't
it.
have time for that king and
and
quick
and
because
that
you
is
know
some of
that
the, and
king is
that
going
is
to
some
win
of the
this one.
things and that is some of the things that need to change when the budget needs to be done in an appropriate in a timely manner so you can be able to follow the process so that when it comes to approval, it's not near the close. It's not as close as this time of the year. And I'm not blaming the current CFEF for that. The current CSA are doing a fine job. They're just reinstated. They're
Thank
just getting their feet.
you.
They're
Thank
just getting
you.
their feet. They're just getting their feet on the ground. They're just getting stabilized. Because again, 2 years backwards, it was a different ball game. So the current CBS is just getting. So I say a lot of kudos to them. They're doing a good job. Um,
Yes, we
and
are.
I'll tell you, except they bring in front of me that we want to build dolphins and us how they can call it. But almost everything the current CF bring in front of me is well thought out. I approve.
Thank you.
Thank
But
you.
it needs to get better. We need to get better in bringing our budget to the EC, the executive committee, in a timely manner, so we can approve it in a timely manner and don't have the school scrambling for money and don't have family and kids wondering every day whether they can do that, whether they can do pay their school fee. There are other things on our budget too that I'm all for, like the
Hmm.
science lab, the computer lab. It's a very good budget, and again,
Hmm.
we don't want to rubber stamp stuff like that. So you want to
Right.
make sure stuff comes through. It's actually vetted. We get the invoices. We sit down. We talk about it. We put our heads together. We go back and forth. So by the time it's approved, it's vetted, we can know exactly all the I's are dotted and all the T's are crossed. We know where every dollar amount is going, how every dollar amount is coming from. Because at the end of the day, I tell people I'm not from a rich family. I do not have no rich uncle. The only thing I have is my reputation. So everywhere I put my name, I want to make sure it is there the right way.
That's so good.
Thank you. Can I do a follow-up question?
Mm.
James, you spoke of right procedures to follow, and you spoke of timely manner. What is a timely manner? What is the right procedure?
I think what would have been, and
Uh-huh.
again, maybe this CFES started very late. Even to put the memos together, to put the board together for that CFES was a little hassle. But if school started in September, that budget needs to be in front of the CS, in front of the EC at least by April, because there's going to be a lot of back and forth. You don't want to rubber stamp stuff like that. We're talking about thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars. And this is not our own money. This is the money that we beg for, and blah blah blah. And we beg this person for the money, and we beg that person for the money. So when we spend that money, we want to make sure that everybody have the same, every I's are dotted and every T's are crossed. We don't just want you to just give us something. It shouldn't just be because you give us something, we just be the next day we just approve it. That is not due diligence to you, nor is it due diligence on our part.
So have we talked about a budget, but
Oh
we
yeah,
just not ready to approve it?
that budget is in front of the executive committee right now. So maybe if you become president now, then you will
You mean
have
when
to.
I?
Oh, okay, very nice.
You know I
If,
love you, James.
I love
so
this. I
then you
love this.
Yeah.
then you will have the opportunity to fine tune it. But one of the first thing we wanted to do is take it apart, like take out the scholarship, because that's dire. That's immediate. That's coming out in September. Then we get to the science lab, and so that budget also have the teachers training in there. So we have to take it out, fine tune it. We have to find out. Okay, you want to do teachers training? What are you doing? What do you mean when you say teachers training? Like, because you can just tell a teacher training with just rubber stamp. What do you mean when you say teacher training? You want to get video clips, or you going to get Professor Paley to go to America to Liberia to teach? What are you doing?
Yep.
How much is it going to cost to get Professor Paley there?
You didn't get all that information? I thought
No,
we get all that information.
no.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, this is gonna be good. This is gonna be good because me,
Yeah.
I'm just too hot now. I mean not to sit in my own chair. I want to take a plane now, go to Philly and wait for August 5th. But I'm so
See,
excited.
I'm so glad. I'm so
Daddy,
glad I brought you in. I'm
I'm
so glad.
talking
I
to
am
the
so,
pastor.
I
so
needed somebody like you.
James.
I needed somebody like you
I'm
that is
talking to pastor.
involved, committed, and ready to work. That's
Yeah,
what we need.
We
Cathedral School needs
do.
somebody, people that are ready to work.
yeah.
People that are ready to work. We don't
We
want people
do.
that just talk, 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 talk. We want people that are ready to work.
Yes.
Put your
Ready to
head
work.
down and work. And guess what? It's for free. I
Yes,
told one of my friends that
that's
I
the beauty
finally
of
brought
it.
on. I told one of my friends that I finally brought on for a very important position on the EC. He was like, "Oh, blah 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 blah. Why should I do this? You know, I make $600,000 a year just to play with them. Blah 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 blah." He went on and said, "You know why you need to do this? Because the reason why you are able to make $600,000 a year is because Cathedral School gave you the foundation
Yes.
to do
Exactly.
that.
That is so
They
Yes.
true.
pay you. They make you making $600 a year. So if
Mm-hmm.
you can take your Sunday afternoon from 7 to 9 and sit down on a meeting, and you can get on one or two calls during the week to hash out something,
Yeah.
that's not a big deal.
No.
That's giving back.
Giving back. Yeah.
And that's how I was able to get a full team of people together. Focus on giving back to your school. Focus on what your school did for you and how you can give back to your school. Because you know what? At this point, your school needs you.
So
Yeah. What can you do
true.
for your school and what your school can do for you?
Good for you. That's it.
Yeah.
I'm
Woo.
telling you how
Well,
sorry you never got to really enjoy Cathedral. When our time, we used to eat. They fed us breakfast. First grade, they fed us breakfast and lunch.
lunch. Yes.
Then
Yes.
second grade, they fed us only lunch. Third grade, they only gave us sandwich. Fourth grade, it was all gone. We never had it again.
We don't want you to be eating the chicken feet gravy and
Yeah, you're
the
gonna
chicken
enjoy
gravy
Cathedral.
and the
We
pasta with the
enjoy
chicken
that
feet
stuff.
And then,
gravy.
and then after the war, we used to get one soup. It used to be gravy on the top and then the soup at the bottom. So if you want gravy,
Yes.
just take the oil from the top.
With
And
corn
you want soup, you just put the gravy and then
Yeah.
take the soup from the bottom.
Yeah.
Yes. And you know,
It was fun though. We love it though.
yes. No,
yes.
I'm telling you, keep just feeding those young ones the time they're supposed to eat. They learn. But nowadays,
All right.
the children go hungry. If your mind give you recent money, you on your own.
Yeah.
And
That's
you're
Yeah.
true.
supposed to learn
Yeah.
on an empty belly. No,
Yep.
man. No, man. You know, everybody got their own lady, the passion there, but me at the bathroom.
Bring on your bathroom fashion. We need all of that. We need all of that. We need a bathroom
Yeah,
fashion.
that
When
bathroom.
I was visiting the school, just so you know, when I was visiting the school, the bathroom actually I went in the bathroom after the smell. They actually have a lady at the bathroom door that monitor who and who go in and out of the bathroom.
Oh, yeah.
It wasn't that bad. But at the same time, when the lights wasn't on, when school wasn't in session, the bathroom smelled real bad. But it wasn't that bad when school was on. And I
Okay.
went there. I made sure I went there at all times just to get a feel for different times of the building and to talk to kids when the best time to talk to kids. I'm a therapist, or the best time to talk to kids when no adults around. Kids don't know
Yes.
how to lie. They'll tell you the truth.
They
Or I
will
even
tell
tell
you
you the truth.
everything.
That's true. Yeah.
Yes, they will. They will. But I am just too excited for all of us great minds coming together and reaching out to everybody else, not just saying, yeah, we're here to work, but you gotta go look. There are other people you know can work, but they're not on board yet. We go and get them.
Yeah,
Because now it's a net,
gonna
it's
get
not a
them.
rope. We're not using rope to hold anybody, we're using net. We're throwing the net.
Net. I
Oh,
like that.
so when you swim out, you'll still be in the net, because at the end of the day, we got to do what's right by ourselves and by our students. So
Yeah.
I'm really, really happy that we got you and Hawa here today. This is such a beautiful time. And
Yeah.
just the collaboration, just the love that because everybody want to sing good things. So that's the good part. Nobody got
Exactly.
Exactly.
any
Yes.
other
Yes.
agenda. Like Labrador got 300 candidates right now ready for presidency.
For
Mm.
Some of
President,
the,
I'm telling you.
some of the party that people need now because they finished all the letters. But I like this. They say great minds think alike. We all thinking about the school in the same direction. I love it. I am just too excited. I'm just
So
too
for the
excited.
past, I think last year is when we had the first Queen contest. So the Queen contest is pretty much a new thing that was started by this administration. And last year was when we had the first Queen contest. Um, and this year we're gonna do another Queen and King contest. Last year we only had all queens, but this year is a combination of king and queens. I think we have about 5 classes this year, and
Let
it's
me
going to be
let me correct you. We didn't have just Queen. We had Zodiac King there
last
last
year.
year. Yes, we have 4 candidates. By the way, I am the mind behind the Queen contest. This is the second time around. Um,
Okay.
they have led my team to a very successful queen contest or queen and king contest. And that's one of the things we do by bringing in new ideas, fresh ideas to raise funds. And we have a lot of fun doing that. Um, and that's actually the way I actually connected a lot, with James and everybody else, Francia and everybody else, that was during those time.
Yeah.
Um, Through the film contest, I was able to, along with my team, but there is no I in a team, but to just tell you some of the great work that I'm, capable of bringing to our organization. We were able to get 4 contestants. We had a king from Zodiac, Mr. Magnus. He was actually the king. And we had a king, actually 2 kings. We had a king from the class of the aristocrats, and that was Melvin Kitka. That is my class, by the way. And we also had a queen from the old gangs class. And my, my queen from the old gangs class. And then talking about the winner, these sapiens, from which Mr. James Doe is from, we have Queen Tiny Tangible.
Yeah.
And Queen of Sapien took that away. We raised about 8,000 plus during our first organization.
Wow.
And this year we have set the standard even higher. We were able to get 6 contestants this year. And I will tell you who those contestants are. And I know what data.
Of course, Miss
Yeah,
Cynthia
what data.
Clinton.
So that
Yes.
was a way to get us,
Yeah.
inclusive. And I really appreciate Wadeta, for allowing us to kind of collaborate on that as well. And you can make a lot of money, right? Because all the money you're collecting for your Queen Clinton, you can use all that money and be able to do your own project the way you like to be on your own. You can still win the contest. Then you got your queen, the CSAA queen. Then you still take all that money you win with and go do your own project the way you like to do it. So that was the
Good.
twist this time we brought to it. And I
Oh,
hope we
that's
can,
good.
bring other twists or continue with that. We'll see how it goes this year. Then we had another contestant is from my class, Queen Shande Freeman Brewer, and she has been in the lead for the beginning up to 7 weeks, and then Sapien took the lead for about how long, James? 2 weeks, and then Aristocrat took the lead again. Okay, James, why you want contest for it? We took the lead back. But anyway, that brings us to our third contestant, which is the Sapien class. The Sapien class sent us Mr. J.D. Joseph Dennis. And man, the Sapiens, yeah, they can move, before you look. Tani like, Fatu, how much you got now? He had $10. Fatu said another $20. I'm like, let's put my money in that place together before you send it to me. Oh. So that's how the big let me ask. Let's cannot give them chance. So
Yeah.
from Casa Wadeta, Queen Clinton, Aristocrat, Queen Jande, then we have Sapiens, that's King JD, then we have the Cougars, which is King Prince Andrews. By the way, let me tell you a little bit about Mr. Prince Andrews, okay? He is not just an alumni of Cathedral who graduated as a Cougar, class of 1985.
Mm-hmm.
He was a principal of Cathedral Catholic High School. As a matter of fact, he was not just any principal, but he was my principal.
Oh wow.
Oh, wow.
Yes,
Wow.
he was my principal. So you see how many great people Cathedral have, put out. Yeah, Mr. Andrews went back, gave back to the school, and he is still giving back. He is now our personal DJ. As a matter of fact, he's gonna be at the convention and he's gonna be playing on one of the nights. And he has a YouTube page. Fatia, please, if you can pin it on here at some point or just post it there, but please go to his YouTube page and subscribe to it and like it. It don't cost anything to do that. And he has put out for the convention 7 year as part of the 7 year two mixes. That is Afrobeat, and he also put out another mix that he will be giving all to us. That is old school, Yahoo old school, Yahoo Afro, Yahoo both. And he's gonna give everything to us in that package. So you sitting there, you can listen to it anyhow you want to listen to it. But let's come back to the Queen contest. So that was the King of Fuga. I hope I'm not taking your time, but
Oh
I
no.
love to talk about my dear alma mater. Okay, I love to bring awareness to my dear alma mater. Like um, Professor Kelly rightly said, she's now pulling everybody out of the whole corner. That's what we need to be doing. We have another male that is in the race, and that's from the class of 1983 culture in person of King Ramses Nah.
Ah,
Yeah.
yes,
Yes.
yes, yes.
Yes.
There's a Ramses Nah, the class of culture taking a little bit, but hey, they are our big brothers and sisters. We appreciate them contesting. So please, class, don't think you are too old for this contest. It's just a money contest. It's just a money contest. We are raising money, getting funds to be able to support our students at Cathedral High School. And we're gonna make sure that money get to them. That's some of those things we're going to be discussing at convention, okay? You will know exactly how your money is being spent, okay? I have been listening. When I call you and talk to you, you say, oh, we don't know how the money is being spent. We bring in all the ears. Everybody's going to be in. We're going to do inclusiveness. That's one of the things that is high on my platform, okay? And that came through prayer. And we have another king. This is King of the Oganes. He is all the way around the world from Europe to Liberia to America. And you're going to have to meet our King James Amora. He is the king of the Oganes class forever. That's class of 1989. By the way, I'm a small Oganes. I graduated.
You baby organs.
Yeah. 10 years difference between me and the old gangs graduation, okay?
Yes. And can you imagine Prince Andrew and them were the one that wore the light green shirt and the khaki pants, and the girls wore the light green with the green skirt.
Wow.
We were across the street. We were praying to wear that uniform, and then they took it
I'm
away from us.
telling you.
Yes, yes. So
So so
we got our hate for them.
so
They
raising funds for convention has always been a part of the meat and bones of convention. Uh, on TTN, I'm about to go way back now calling TTN. Mrs. Paley,
for TTN, no problem. Half of the people that want there know the TTN name.
Mrs. Bailey we're talking about we had a convention online, and when we had a convention online, we did what we call the the most talk about or the class to make the most brag,
The
and we
interclass
and we raise a
fundraiser.
whole lot of money for that for Cathedral High School. So
Yes.
raising funds for Cathedral High School convention is not something new. It's something that we always think about, and we just think about different ways to go about doing it. And by the way, Sapien won that competition too again, just so you know.
Well, point of correction. I remember I was there live. By the way, I
Mm-hmm.
was representing my class. I
Uh-huh.
remember when we were online, the
Mm-hmm.
class of Athena
Mm-hmm.
raised the most online. But what happened? They extended it and left it open.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they
All right.
extended and left it
So, so,
open. They
so
said maybe some people from in Europe and these places or friends of Cathedral, like the president at the time, and what her name, she had friends, that was still sending in money, so they kind of left it open. And I think that's how. I'm not taking a win from you.
oh,
I'm
oh
just clarifying.
thank,
Yes,
thank you for not taking
yeah,
the
but
win away from
Athena was
Sapien.
at the
Thank
time,
you.
and thank you.
Thank you for finally arriving at this very point that we're going to that we arrived to. So
Oh,
since we're
Lord
on the same page,
Jesus.
let me move forward. So since we're on the same page, let me move forward. So now that we're back to 2023, we're out to 2023, and we're raising money for Cathedral. I just want to encourage everybody to come
Yes,
up and rate and support. So whether it be you supporting a class, if your preference, if you don't have a class, pick a class. I
yes,
say pick Sapien class, but you know I'm biased. Pick a class and support. At the
yes.
end of the day, all of the money that is generated goes directly to generate and help Cathedral School, your alma mater.
That's
That's all I
right.
wanted to say.
That is the
That's
point.
right.
That is the bottom line right there. Whatever we do is for one cause. And I like that. Well,
All right.
this evening has been so fast spent. I'm just so excited. So we can post this in the CSAA so everybody else get to join this conversation. And some people will be making come on Emma, but it'll be after the fact. All right.
And invite more of the alumni. Let's come and just have some
I
evening
know.
together.
I
Maybe
know.
we should
Yeah,
have a tea night on here. What you think?
Oh, we would love to
that
have
would be nice.
we would
That
love
would be
to
very
have
nice.
it. Yes, yes,
Yeah,
yes.
that would
And
be
So
James,
yeah,
nice.
you got something.
thank you guys for the invite. Thank you guys for the
Yeah.
invite. I really appreciate it. I thank you guys so much for having me on. I had to beg my wife to be on here because usually Friday night is our date night. I'm about to take my
We
I'm
don't want
about
any
to take
trouble.
I'm about to take my wife on a hot date night. So I have to leave you guys, but thank you for inviting me. Thank you for
Thank you
having
for
me
coming on.
to make my put my little 1 cent, my little 2 cent. I really appreciate you. And whatever we do is for the benefit and the upliftment of Cathedral High School. Let that stick in your mind. Let that go with you. Whatever we do is for the benefit and the upliftment of Cathedral High School. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, James. We really appreciate you and all your thoughts that you brought tonight. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Enjoy that.
Everyone have a good night.
Have fun, James.
All right, Howard. Thank you
Woo.
so much for all your information that you brought to this table tonight. It's a blessing, when you see
Definitely.
your fellow schoolmate working and you know what they're doing, you can be a part of it. Remember, the convention is all about raising money. So please come loaded. And it will be just after the end of the month. So don't come and say, I ain't take pay yet.
I
In
know.
America, you either take it monthly or you take it 2 times a week. If you're lucky, it's every week. So whether you're lucky or not, you will still take pay at the end of the month. So please come with something to give to us. If you say, "Oh, I really didn't plan because I really didn't have the school on my mind," send your donation. Send your donation. They will tell you how to make that donation available. Remember, it's your name that's going to be attached to it, and God will give you the blessing. School not going to take it.
I can give the website information if you want me to.
Please give it to me right now. Let me put it
It's
across the screen.
CSAA national.org.
One word.
CSAA, yes, national.org. One word. And we have Cash App information is the dollar sign CSAA Liberia,
Okay,
where you can make
hold on.
a
Let me
payment.
give that to me again.
The Cash App information is the dollar sign, and CSAA Liberia.
Palestine CSAA Liberia. All
Right.
one word.
All one.
Yeah.
Yes, all one word.
Okay.
And then the Zelle information is CSAA Liberia.
Okay. Let me get to the Zelle. And the Zelle information is
CSAA Liberia at gmail.com.
Sydney, I think you need to space the Cash App because the thing is all one word.
Yeah,
So,
full
Cash App and then space or put
dash or something.
a dash.
Yeah,
okay. Let me go there and fix that. Cash App.
yeah,
Or you can put Cash App is, so people will know.
yeah.
All right.
And all of the convention information is on there. We have had a project that was just completed by the Athena class earlier this year. It's on there. A project completed by one of our cat sisters, Miss Yvonne. That project is on there as well. So please go on there, look it up. We are still in construction of that website.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the most important thing here, please go to csaanational.org and all the information you need to have is there. And they also have a Facebook page. Once you type in Cathedral School Alumni Association, you will get onto the page. Go there, there's more information there too. All the flyers are on there. Don't be a stranger in your own home. This is your business.
Yes.
So let's get to work. Let's get in there and get wet and dirty. Let's come out of there with a yellow and green. That's the cat's color. And you know, Mia Mia, everybody else is in trouble. So
That's
make
right.
sure this year all road leads to Philly. If you're in the States, go. If you're not in the States, we need that money. Send a contribution. Go online, csaanational.org, and make your voice be heard. Be a part. Give
Exactly.
your alma mater. Because
Yes.
now, when I become vice president, we're going to be naming chairs after alumni who have the passion for this school after chairs. Can you imagine somebody sitting in the chair with your name on the back? Can you imagine that? All right, think about it. Your children's children will be talking about it. I sat in the chair of my mom. Yeah,
Mm-hmm. That's a great idea.
you know, but
That's a great idea.
get
Yeah.
back to the basics. We got to get back to supporting our school. We can't
Yeah.
sit there and let Cathedral fall to the ground. That's a
No,
shame on the alumni. That would be a big shame. For what they have done for us, what can we do for them?
that's right.
Let's give back. Thank you so much, Howard. Thank you for this evening.
You're
We
Thank you
appreciate
welcome.
so
And
much.
thank
So
you
much.
for having me. Really appreciate the time. Appreciate the evening. I was not a spectator tonight. I was actually the person being looked at. You
Yes.
know, I have a lot to give, a lot to say. And even after this, probably we could not take questions. Maybe some people have questions. Please, you can share my phone number. That is okay. Because sometimes they just want to know more about, what you have to give or what you have to do, like some of the questions that you were asking here tonight. And I would say also to any alumni or classes out there listening, if you have projects that you are doing, please send them. If you can get me to send it to me, to send it to one of you, to forward it over, to send it to any of the leaders, anybody you know. Just find a way to get it to us. We want to showcase it. We want to feature it so we see the great work that is being done in Cathedral. Okay. And thank you for all of your work. You are working. You've been putting your heart and soul and money into this company, into this school. Don't stop.
yes.
Continue as you feel led. Please do not stop. We are going somewhere with this. If you have an input, please pull us aside and talk to us, okay? And come to the convention. Let us raise fund. But most of all, too, we're gonna be having lots of fun. Friday night karaoke, the Queen contest. We have a lot of beautiful things for you. So we're not just going to take your money, okay? We got fun stuff for you. Three DJs now, three DJs. So come on,
Wow.
guys. Thank you for having me.
Thank you so much.
Thank you,
What's
Hawa.
your
Thank
number
you
again?
so
Let
much.
me put it on the screen.
Uh,
What's your phone number?
area code 267
All right.
777
Yeah.
3883.
And that's the contact number for Miss Hawa
Masale,
Masale, our presidential candidate,
candidate.
aspirant. All right. Yes, we're going places. Thank you so much, Hawa, for being with us tonight. We had a great time with you. Thank you so much.
Thank
Thank
you so
you.
much. Thank you.
Have a blessed one.
You too.
Okay.
Well,
Woo!
thank God.
Wow, we went almost 2 hours. But
Yeah,
then again, when it comes to talking about cathedral, we can go on and on and on and on. You
yeah,
know, but this was very informative. They both have passion for the school and have great ideas for the school.
yeah.
So
Yeah.
please register.
And
The
friends, if
registration.
they are the 22 candidates that are running, we cannot lose. Both ways we are winning because
Exactly.
they both have
Exactly.
great minds. So
Yes.
this is good. This is good. Well, thank you all so much. And it doesn't matter what you're going through.
Or what you have been through.
Thank
Thank God.
It's
It's
fabulous.
fabulous.
Have a
Now
good
I'm going to go and enjoy my vacation, my
please.
time.
I saw you in your bathing suit. So go ahead
I'm
and
going to go.
enjoy
Yes.
yourself. All right. Have a good night, Lucia.
All right. Good night.